all to the reset button. We are not here to talk about Elon Musk, and I am not Joe Rogan. I'm terribly sorry. Actually, I am Reset Patrick. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is actually a gaming podcast where we talk about video games, if you can believe that. And of course,
What a concept.
it's not just me who comes in here and talks about the video games. You're hearing other voices right now while looking at my face. Can you believe that we have a full cast here? Whole cast of people, including one who's feeling the edge. So, and before we dive into the topic, we always go around the table and let everybody know who we have here. Of course, we always first introduced Mr. Johnny Chase over there. I see a Christmas tree. Is that's a Christmas tree? Nice.
That's a dollar store Christmas tree. Just I need something small. Like I thought getting like a mini Christmas tree to decorate in here, but like that'd just be too much of a mess. So simple thing here, up in there, little LED lights. You know, it's only down here for like 2 or 3 weeks and it's gone.
What really hits the mood? In the game room, I don't have a single Christmas tree. I don't have a single Christmas anything in here. It's a little.
You also get your LEDs behind your game collection there. Maybe turn them on like festive colors and rotate them around.
I think those are too cheap. Unfortunately. Maybe I need to wear something festive. I didn't
Do you have an ugly Christmas sweater?
I have a Zelda Christmas sweater.
I have an Aldi Christmas sweater.
I don't think I have a Christmas sweater anymore. I didn't have an Overwatch one.
You live in Canada. You have to have like 30 sweaters for like every day of the month.
I don't live that far north.
I mean,
it gets up here.
Whoa, you still live in Canada. Like it gets cold up there. Like it gets cold in New York.
You want to know what the temperature is right now, or do I need to say it in Celsius or is Fahrenheit okay? Like real question.
Yeah, I have Google. I can translate it.
Jeez. Okay, so where I live right now, it's dark and it's 69 degrees.
Gamer number. Nice. It said she just told you.
What is that in Celsius?
Yeah, go ahead and hit us with that.
20
like 30 degrees.
20.
Oh, 20. Oh, okay.
Very.
All right, and then of course over there showing you the gamer number of temperatures, the Edge Queen, Liz.
Hi. Oh my gosh. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a million years, but I've had a million things happen, which is really fun. And
so what happened?
I do want to debrief you all on stuff. Well, I had like Thanksgiving, Christmas combined with family. I got to give a bunch of gifts to the kids in person, and it was super nice. And then the week prior, I did go to Free Play Florida, and that's a super cool retro arcade convention in Florida. Happened in Lakeland this year. It was in Orlando previously, and it was super fun. It's always fun every single year, but I did get to host a panel, and it was awesome.
Oh,
and you know what? Okay, this is like a side thing, and I feel so bad, but I need to brag just a little. Okay. So I was in a pretty like undesired time, and I don't care. Whatever. I'm here to have fun. It doesn't matter. I had like a pretty decent turnout, and I did Who Wants to Be a Billionaire doing video game trivia, and it turned out pretty solid for a first panel ever.
That's awesome.
I really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
I'm very excited. But then the headliner to the weekend was the band Lame Genie. You guys like know them? Familiar?
I've never heard a single song.
What? Okay, well, they just like they're like one of like the cool people doing like video game covers these days. Okay. They were at MagFest last year, I think. Yeah. Anyway, their panel was Saturday night at like a pretty good time, I would say. Like evening is pretty good on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
I was the only person who showed up to their panel on time. And I feel so bad. Literally, nobody showed up to their panel, and I felt really terrible. But I did have maybe like 50 people show up to my first panel ever as an unknown person. So,
well, that's awesome.
Just say,
yeah,
and it was pretty good.
Those are the best when you like it's your first time at a convention, you book a panel, and you're like, oh gosh, is anyone gonna show up? Is anyone gonna care? And then you look out to the crowd, it's like, wow, a whole lot of people cared. That was me a couple of years ago when I did that rando retro challenge at my local con, HalCon. Great turnout. And then our buddy Tarbor, who did our artwork for us over on Game Days for Good, our little Scott Pilgrim-ish pixel art designs, held his he does a retro not retro but a video game trivia contest with other YouTubers. And he did a live one at the convention with the audience, and that one went super well. Like I tweeted in the photos, and it's just like, dude, look at all these people out. Like the lineup was like wrapping around the convention floor. It's just like, look at all these people that want to be in your panel, dude. This is
Exciting.
awesome. Yeah,
That's
I
really
was
cool.
so happy for all.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude.
Yeah, it was a really fun experience, and we kind of like did some stuff last minute. And I feel prepared more for like the coming events, but just a really quick plug. I will be at Holiday Matsuri in 2 weeks. Everybody listening, if you're there or you should go, It's in Orlando. I have 3 panels for
Ooh,
Hallmat.
okay.
I know. I'm pretty pumped. I can't believe me being like the newbie. I'm getting all these panels. However, this is so sad. Okay. Just when I'm bragging, right? Just when I'm bragging. Elizabeth, thank you for submitting your panels. MagFest is growing and changing every year, and due to our time and space constraints, we have to decline the majority of submissions that we receive. It's okay. So I'm a little bummed, but whatever. It's the MagFest is like too busy for its own good, so whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
it's
have to-
huge.
I don't have to bring my computer and shit to a convention that seems overwhelming and I've never been to, and I just gotta cosplay and hang out with G1 friends. So that's okay. That's okay. But a little bummed, but I've got a whole lineup of lots of conventions and panels, so I'm kind of like living it. It's pretty fun.
That's awesome. And unfortunately, we just couldn't get in to MagFest this go. But, you know, I really didn't expect it to happen. But I guess I could throw this out there for anyone listening right now, or maybe if you're catching this later, and you would like to see Reset Press show up to a panel at MagFest or something like that, maybe try to get us in, because just want to remind everybody that the last 2 YouTube hells that you maybe can or cannot find on YouTube were produced by Reset Press, and we can bring them, and we can have an amazing time. So if you want that to happen, it's up to you all. We can't do it, as you just heard. You have to demand it. Say, I want those 3 goofballs there. We'll have to somehow launch Johnny here, but we can do it.
I will be
Yeah.
at MagFest 2024. That's about a month of this recording, okay? You know, if you do want my celebrity signature, I do charge $260, just $10 more than Chris Evans.
Should have been $269. What a shame.
Nah, I just had to edge him just a little bit. Because I'm better, so
Just
whatever.
that much. Just that much.
I'm going to ignore
yeah,
that
of
you said
course.
Edge after that, but okay. Oh, Chad is saying that there was a panel of mine that they attended, and specifically Lion King John talking about a horrible panel that he attended when I was in it. Well, I'll tell you this. That won't be the case in any of the future ones. If you get Reset Press to a panel, I will not be drunk. Everything will be okay. To my knowledge.
Can I be drunk?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Liz
I
will be
won't be
drunk and
messy, though,
very
I swear.
edgy. Can you be
No,
edgy
the
at
last
the
time
same
I
time?
got drunk, I threw up on somebody's shoes and I felt really bad. Like at like a G1 related convention. I'm not gonna go that hard this time.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Because I still remember how I had to rescue Gunslinger Fox at at SGC one year from getting kicked out. That was
Oh
was
my
not good.
god.
Yeah, they were ready to
Yeah.
toss him, and I mean, I wasn't sober either, but I just told them, "Look, he's with me. I'll take care of him." And they actually believed
Sober
me.
enough.
They believed me. What fools?
You were confident.
I'm always confident. That doesn't mean you should trust me.
Well, you know, there's those people that like talk loud and people believe them because, you know, they're loud. But like Teddy Roosevelt says, speak softly and carry a stick or whatever.
Yeah. Speak softly, carry a big stick.
A big stick.
Big stick. It's the best way to do it. That's going to be the next metal song in the world. Big stick. Anyway, before we dive into today's topic, we want to talk about something else that just dropped today. So if you want to participate in the annual Resetti Awards the Reset Press has, all you got to do is follow our social media, join the Discord channel. We have already dropped the link in the Discord channel. We'll be dropping the link on social later on, so you're just going to have to wait a little bit if you're not in the Discord. That's your punishment. Shame on you. But there's, I think this year we have 11 categories. It's the biggest one we've ever done in terms of categories. So I'm pretty excited about this. I can't wait to see which ones are going to win everything. I'm not going to manipulate anything. I say with a smile. I wouldn't do that. Mario Wonder is not going to win everything. Come on now.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good year for games.
It was amazing.
I'll say that right now. Yeah.
Amazing year for games. I guess we should go into that then. We should talk about the Game Awards.
Oh, why the sigh? It was okay.
It was a big sigh at the beginning if you caught it.
Yeah, their
No.
pre-show. I
Oh,
don't know.
dude.
They even
All I
didn't-
could
It
tell.
wasn't a pre-show. There was no countdown. It was just.
All I could tell is that it was probably like there's a lot of tools in the audience, I think, because I kept getting advertisements for Honda, which Honda's amazing. I want a Honda. But the fact that I kept getting automobile advertisements looking up everything pertaining, or Avatar video game that just came out, know nothing about it. So either you're a child or a tool. That's the impression I got from the ads I had.
I just thought, and I know they had to get everybody warmed up there, but is it just me or was the very beginning like the most boring thing ever? It was like as dull as paste.
It was just rapid fire. Like they had to go through like half of their awards right away with barely any announcements. I think like for the esports stuff, it was just like, okay, get you go. Yeah, you got 2 minutes. Go, done. All right. We talked about the
Acknowledge
manager,
you, but we're not giving you time.
Yeah. Although I did see a lot of people go like, wait, you gave esports event of the year to a Valorant tournament and not Evo?
I have to agree. I have to agree
Oh,
because
I can see what that was.
I didn't think about that. That's terrible.
Oh no! Sorry, it went to a League of Legends World Championship.
it doesn't
Also, do
matter.
people still play
it
League
went
of Legends? Do people
Oh
still
yeah,
play that
it's
game?
still one of the top games streamed on Twitch.
What the
like,
fuck
right
is
now,
wrong
if I
with
can
our
look.
society?
Still
Holy shit.
102,000 people watching League of Legends right now.
Is it like do Americans play it?
Yeah,
I don't get the impression anybody plays it.
absolutely.
What?
Americans play it. I mean, people everywhere play it. It's just the thing is, though, it's like you have the League of Legends tournament. Cool, fine, awesome. But Evo is one of the biggest things that brings in so many different fighting games, features so many different styles of play and everything else. Like, I think it's fair to say that Mortal Kombat 1, for example, doesn't play anything like Street Fighter 6, etc. KI doesn't play like either one of them. And you have this grand event that brings all of these games and all of these different players here. And it lost to a tournament that featured one fucking game. Like, that's the part that blew my mind.
Yeah, and it's also too like Evo's just not only a fighting game tournament. It's pretty much a convention too, because there's vendors there. There's panels. There's things to do there. There's other
TwitchCon
things to
too, where
do.
it's like people are streaming and doing their things and hosting panels, but there's like still other things to do the whole time.
Yeah.
But
Like
But
as far
here's
as
the
like
thing,
an
okay.
esports event, I don't know. Like League of Legends, like do people have panels? It's like is there a how to get good at League of Legends, but not too good because
it's
fuck
a
you.
good
So
You're not
here's the
taking my
thing.
money.
Okay,
don't
so
know.
my question is, has Evo won previous awards in the past? Have they had these categories? Because here's the thing. Evo is like cream of the crop, right? And you know how there's politics in every award ceremony? Politics, right? There's the mysterious panel of judges that you don't know who they are, but apparently they're critics in the industry, but nobody knows. But like, if Evo wins every year, like, there's no point to having this category. So I do think of the Academy of Gaming, essentially. Like, they're gonna change shit up once in a while. So like, I don't care. It's all like talking heads.
Yeah, I suppose you've got a point with that, because then at that point it gets boring. But if Evo is crushing it every year, which in my opinion it is, then it should win. I mean, the thing is, Evo doesn't have like this exclusivity when it comes to fighting games in the big tournaments. Others can step up and make something just as big and just as extravagant, but they don't. I don't even think anybody has even tried. Johnny, can you think of anybody else that comes to Evo's level?
Honestly, no. There's nothing that's like a big weekend, because I mean everyone has a tournament. Everyone has the only ones I can think of really like, not that like the prominence of Evo, but like Combo Breaker's a pretty big fighting game tournament. But I'm just trying to think outside the realm of everything else. Like what
Okay.
else could there be?
Hear me out. The
Okay.
farming simulator tournaments. Have you ever watched any of them?
Tools
No!
and ground. Tools and ground.
No, like, I shit you not. I found out a few years ago that farming sim, like, that comes out almost every year. That's the Call of Duty for like farm dorks.
You're saying
You're
They're
actually
intense.
have heard there is no
No, it's a thing!
yes, you've unlocked that in my brain. There is a pro farming simulator community.
Yes.
Like people
No
buy
shit.
like there are special controllers you can buy to simulate farming equipment. Like, people go hardcore into this.
Wow.
No,
I'm not
like,
judging,
they
I'm
have,
not
like,
saying- I'm just saying
hay bale
it is
games.
No.
and it's cool.
It's kind of like, it's like soccer, kind of, but not really soccer. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an equivalent sport where like there's a bunch of hay bales and you have to like race against other teams to like get the most hay bales into like your goal or your mill or whatever. That's like one game mode in particular that I like know about, but like I see Farm Sim come out every year for at least 10 years, and I'm like, who's playing this aside from like the few rednecks that I knew up north in the Midwest where there's lots of corn, mind you. But like, I don't know who plays this game, but I think it's really big in like the UK. I don't know. I don't know.
It's weird because isn't the trucking sim games really big in the UK as well?
Oh yeah, Trucking
are,
Sim is
yeah.
also in that umbrella. Yeah.
That's so weird that, like, of all places, it hits the UK the hardest. But I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing or anything like that.
So
If you guys are
creative
loving it,
though.
then by all means.
I'm looking at
So
kind of bring it back to the whole like, has Evo won anything? No, I'm looking at Wikipedia articles back in 2018. League of Legends World Championships won that year against Overwatch League Grand Finals, E-League Major Boston 2018. The International, which I have no idea what that is. Evo was nominated that year, didn't win.
Oh, so
Okay.
it doesn't
Okay.
win every year.
Maybe we just like fighting games better than other ones.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, you like
you know,
all power to you.
Yeah.
Nothing I could
So
get
how
into.
much-
Like I tried.
how much money are we
Heroes
to
of the
put
Storm.
down for Farming Sim next year? You know what we need to do? I think we need to get into Farming Sim because the way people play this game is actually really cool. But I think we need to like get Farming Sim so big that it does get nominated by Jeff Keighley.
Whenever we do Farming Sim on Game Days for Good, like we don't farm at all. Like we just see how we can break the game. Like it's like, oh, we're supposed to plow this field. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna plow this field with my fucking pickup truck. Let's go. Oh, that tree has integrity, and now my truck's broken.
Oh,
Oh, should we form a team and
don't
play
say
Lawnmower
plow so
Simulator?
casually.
What? This is coming from the person that was talking about 69 degrees and then said edge earlier. Come on now.
Yeah. So like, go back to the worst. So like the pre-show just showed off, just like rapid fired all the esports stuff, and then they also rapid fired the content creator, which is like the kind of like, I don't think the last couple of
Jimmy?
years that the content creator like has been there to accept, so that's why they rapid fired it. This one they couldn't do it because they gave it to a VTuber, Iron Mouse, which
She's
other
cool,
than Cypher
but-
PK, that's the only. I don't know who the other three are.
I didn't know any
And
of
going
them.
back to 2018, this is when you actually there was known people in there because content creator of the year was Pokimane, Dr. Lupo, Willie Rex. I don't know who Willie Rex was, but it actually went to Ninja.
Ew.
Yeah,
So it was
I
actually
mean,
people that we know or are known.
You know, I think of Ninja and I think of Ramona Flowers that like punched the color out of his hair. That's how I feel about
if we
Ninja.
want to roll it back there, to people we know that are actually, not POSs, Sonic Fox won best esports player that year.
yay!
So it's come back to fighting game. So we had a fighting game player, and he actually got to accept. So, or they got to actually accept. Sorry.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And Sonic Fox is
Yeah.
super talented. Also, the number one person I would go to whenever I'm wanting to see like what a new NetherRealm game can do, because obviously,
Yeah.
Mm.
Go Sonic Fox.
absolutely. And
Or
then
Max.
yeah, Max. Well, Max is good. I like Max's content, but if I want to see like high level play, super
Yeah,
high level play,
yeah.
because Max is good. I'll say that. Yeah, he's definitely getting better than me.
Yeah.
But Sonic Fox level, no.
No. For sure.
Absolutely not. And then it rolled into the actual show because I had no earthly clue. I was not watching the actual show. There was a woman there and she was telling me things. And then I was told, you're not watching the actual show yet. Blew my fucking mind. And then it,
Yeah, because there was no countdown. There was
Yeah.
no countdown. It wasn't to say the pre-show. It was just, no, this is the warm up. It's like, yeah, but where's the countdown to tell you when the real show goes up? When does Jeff show up?
yeah, I thought maybe like this was going to be a thing where he showed up only a small portion of the show and she took over. And I just was, I don't have a problem with that.
Wait, who was the lady? What was her name?
I can't remember her name.
Sydney something.
Okay, it's nothing I recognize offhand. I was just curious. I don't want her to just be the lady because we all know Jeff Keighley is, but who is Sydney? Who is this person?
If someone knows her background or anything like that, definitely let us know. But she was there. She did fine presentation wise, but you could tell on the teleprompter they made her tell the dumbest jokes.
Oh yeah, I had my DK rap not funny didn't laugh button on standby a lot.
It wasn't her.
I just think
it just couldn't have been
Yeah.
her.
just like read the line, read the joke.
Like nobody.
Just like before we go further, like, how do you want to
Yeah.
tackle
Okay.
this? Reset. Do you want to go through the awards and then the game announcements?
I think we could do that. I think that'd be
Instead of
fine.
like, because like I don't have a play-by-play of what happened because that was a 3.5 hour.
Oh,
show,
I
guys.
don't either. And we all know that like Sega went on some wild Coke binge in the middle of it, so
Mhm, mhm.
there's a lot to talk about there.
So they have most anticipated game, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
So
Can't confirm.
Overrated.
I
overrated.
have to agree. I can't
Next.
I can't remember what others were in that category, but I mean, is that not the most anticipated?
There's a lot on here.
Hades 2.
Hades 2, Tekken 8, Star Wars Outlaws, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
You guys like don't know how jacked I am to play Hades 2. Like that game was like an obsession game for me this year.
Yeah.
So I'm like override on everything.
Yeah,
Here,
hearing the categories, I still have to say the right game was chosen. Not because that would be my game or anything like that. It's just I know, and when you know, you know.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 was player's choice. So that was the 100% voted on by the fans, not by the industry. Let's see here. Best multiplayer, Baldur's Gate 3.
Let's stop and talk about Baldur's Gate 3 for a second, because
Okay.
that was the game that just tore the night up. Like, amazing, amazing. We're not going to give away the other things it won. We'll get through it, but I knew it was a special game when I first started playing it because, I mean, the character creation alone will take an hour plus of your time.
Beat it yet, Patrick? Did you beat it?
Not yet. It's too big. Like, if you want to go and
Patrick, you
absorb
have-
all of it,
How many days do you have until the new year? You have to beat it.
I'm already at 73. Okay,
Okay, make this your
73 hours?
74th. What are you doing?
73 games.
Oh, okay. I thought it said 73 hours. I said, well, 73 hours, you should almost be done.
No,
I heard average is like 60, 80.
No,
No, I wish. I
No?
wish.
that's
no.
probably like doing the minimum.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm gonna go do everything. I'm never gonna finish this game, and that's okay. I'm going to live with it and just really, really appreciate this game, and that's why we'll continue to talk about some other things. But you're gonna hear Baldur's Gate 3 several times here. Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah. Next was best sports / racing game, and that went to Forza Motorsport. But I guess we'd consider Forza 8. They don't like naming their titles anymore because Paul Marketing thinks number scares off consumer. It's like, you mean I gotta play the other 7 Forzas to understand the plot
No,
of
I-
8?
I can't agree with that. It just makes it confusing from an outsider's perspective, but I think it does make things feel more welcoming. Like,
Well, I mean,
am
it's
I
like-
gonna go watch Iron Man 3 and I'm like, oh god, there's 2 other Iron Mans plus like 50 other Marvel movies. Like, okay, when they trick you, you just don't know.
It
True,
could
true.
also be the opposite, where they don't want you to think the series is old. They want you to think it's like the hip new
That
racing
is-
game.
Fresh.
That is true.
Yeah.
And in the realm of pro wrestling, when WrestleMania got to 30, they stopped numbering them because it's just like, it's too old. Stop numbering it. But
What about the Super
number
Bowl?
it. I'm not gonna fucking stop me from numbering it. Yeah, that's the Super Bowl. They keep numbering the Super Bowl. At least I think.
Well, it's a tradition. It's so American. I don't know.
The reason why the Super Bowl can get away with that is it's ironclad. You ain't taking the Super Bowl down. It's as simple as that. Now, all this other stuff can come or go, but the Super Bowl is untouchable. So I get
It's
it,
not gonna go
but
anywhere.
yeah, it's untouchable. But
Right,
what's
next
that?
category was best sim / strategy game, and I was actually kind of shocked by it. But I mean, it's a testament to the series. Pikmin 4. It beat out Fire Emblem Engage,
Good,
Company
That's
Heroes
fine.
3,
good.
City Skylines 2,
Yes,
and Advanced Wars 1 and 2 reboot.
fine by me. I love Pikmin 4.
All I want for Christmas is Pikmin 1, 2, and 4.
Oh
Still
my!
don't have
I
it.
like to get all of them. Best family
Go
game,
ahead.
which was always jokingly called the Nintendo category because like every game was a Nintendo game, but this year only one Nintendo game, and surprisingly, it won.
That's
it
okay.
was Mario Wonder.
So
Being
cute.
out,
love
Sonic's-
that one.
Oh, actually, sorry, there was 2. There's Pikmin 4. But it
This
beat
game
out.
looks so cute.
Mm.
Mario Wonder. Oh, it's great. I can't wait till like in the new year, Melly and I are gonna play through co-op on that. Like I've 100%ed it, except for that
Dude.
final last level because I'm saving it for something special. But yeah, Melly and I
Mhm.
gotta do co-op in that.
I'm like, I'm gonna bring down the party for 2 seconds. So I gifted. I know I've talked about gifts for my brother's kids, right?
Yeah.
The one nephew that's obsessed with Mario, loves Mario, got a Mario Wonder, and he was just like, okay. Didn't open it. No excitement. You know how crushed I am?
I'd be crushed too.
Yeah, I feel kind of crushed.
I'm
Like
a
if someone's
little
like, "Oh, okay."
crushed. And then he proceeded to play Fortnite, and then I set up the PS4 I brought a couple months ago, and then he would just ignore me and play Fortnite. But then we were playing SpongeBob with the other kid,
Right.
and then after a
Mhm.
while he was like looking from a Switch, like, "Can I play SpongeBob?" And I'm like, "No, I thought you were playing Fortnite. These kids are addicted to Fortnite, and it's a problem."
Did you tell him that the flowers talk in Mario Wonder?
No, because I wouldn't know. See, I can't spend a frivolous $60 on a game that's pretty short for myself, but for the kid that loves
Oh.
Mario, I will.
You gotta
Mario
YouTube
Wonder,
it.
actually, if you want to go ahead and do everything, it's not really that short.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm
I think
not
it
good
took
at Mario or
me
Sonic.
It took me about maybe 6 hours, and that was like attempting to do everything like in one shot. But then I was just like, no, I'm just gonna play for fun, and if I get it, I'll go back to it. I think I put in 15 hours into that to try 100% it, and I usually don't 100% games.
I'm also savoring
But
that
like,
one.
Yeah.
also
Oh, yeah, I
too,
saved
I
the
am
hell out of
like
that.
the person that like still hesitates to buy some RPGs full price. Even though I can get like 100 hours out of the game, I'm like, oh, $60 too much. I'm like a min-maxer with a lot of my games. Unless I'm like dying and I have to play it immediately. Or it's a rare game. You know, like let's go with the rule of rose principle here, where it's like if I don't buy this now, it's not going to be available later. Those are the only games I buy like full price, brand new. You know what I'm
Rule of
saying?
Rose forever.
Mhm.
It's still amazing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Best fighting game of like it's obvious it was Street Fighter 6. Like Mortal Kombat 1 could have come close, but it just like Street Fighter 6 was just like, yo, crossplay was at day one, online worked, it's still a good package, but
You guys,
So-
hold on. I have to stop being edgy for 2 seconds. Best fighting game, right? Pocket
Mhm.
Bravery. What is
Yes.
this game? What is this
I
game?
actually don't
Does anyone
know.
know anything about
Pocket-
it?
I don't know. I
Pocket
don't know what God
Bravery.
of Rock. Yeah.
God of Rock I don't know much about, but Pocket Bravery is like it's
Is
almost like 8-bit graphics that work at 60 frames per second. It's a fighting game.
Oh, wait. This is on
Okay,
Steam.
okay.
Right?
Yes.
So, you guys, okay. Okay, hear me, okay. What is this game? This is like kind of cool. I don't know. Okay. So, you guys want to if you guys can guess why I flipped the lid just now. Just like do a quick guess.
For this fighting game?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm watching gameplay right now, and
I'm not quite sure. I mean,
Okay.
it's got specials. It's got your basic normals. It's got command grabs. It's got
You're overthinking it.
everything you could ask for. I'm thinking in terms of fighting games. Am I going the wrong direction?
It's not even that it's a fighting game.
Oh no.
okay.
Okay. So I think this is something you guys need to know about me, but I'm like obsessed with the publisher P-Cube because almost everything they release is so like bad in the best way possible. Like they chug out like really shitty visual novels and like weird games. I'm
Okay.
like, how did this come to the US? How did this come to North America? I'm constantly confused, but absolutely delighted with every single one of their games I buy. Like the games are so mediocre and so anime that I just like can't resist like how bad they are.
I'm shocked to hear
Like-
that because I mean, I personally haven't had a chance to get my hands on it, but by all accounts, this is a great game. Fantastic.
Okay. It's I think they published it. I don't think they developed it per
Oh,
se.
okay.
But
They
for
paid somebody.
But for some reason, this like company is just a magnet for like so many shitty games. And every time I see that little logo on a box, or I go on like a weird Amazon tangent, and then I go down like this rabbit hole of P-Cube, this is like one of my favorite like crap developers, in my opinion. I love their stuff. So I'm like shocked that anything with their name would be in the Game Awards by any stretch.
I'm
Then
a little
again, it could be
shocked now
like
too.
it also could be, you know, the fact that like there wasn't a whole lot of other high profile fighting games that came out. Like Nick All Stars Brawl 2 is on here, and what's from what
They're
I've heard
fun.
that this
People
game
say they're
again
good.
is and we tried playing the first one on Game Days for Good, and like because when it was free on PlayStation Plus, I did not like it.
I thought it was. I thought it
It
was
feels
okay.
like Smash Brothers, but Nickelodeon. But that's not a fighting
Yeah.
game, so I understand.
No, platform brawler.
Yeah, platform brawler is the best, a better way to say it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind it as much as everybody else. I just thought like if you compared it to Smash, then it fails instantly. But I also understand that's not what you can do with this because Smash didn't come out this year. So
No.
you need to compare it in a fair sense. And I think as it stands, you could nominate it. Is it going to win? Of course it's not going to win. Street Fighter 6 came out, but
Yeah.
you could at least give it a nod.
All right, so moving on. Best RPG, man, like heavy competition this year. Baldur's Gate 3 took it, beating out Final Fantasy 16, Sea of Stars, which that breaks my heart because that was like such a good RPG. Starfield and Liza P. I don't know if I would put Liza P as an RPG on there, because like a Soulsborne game, can you consider that an RPG?
I mean, RPG falls under such a huge umbrella.
Yeah,
If
it does.
there's like I mean, all those games have an aspect of like customizing your character and choosing how to level them up and like specialize them. It totally is.
Yep.
yeah.
So that's why I was going to say like Bloodborne and other actual
Mhm.
Souls games could also be considered RPGs. Action
Mhm.
RPGs, but still.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we have action adventure, and that went to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Of course.
I had to squeeze them in there somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, but Tears of the Kingdom was so good. It was so good. Just straight action game went to Armor Core 6.
I don't know
it's beat out
anything
Jennifer.
about that.
Armor Core 6, from what I've seen, it's like because it's from FromSoft. You know, this is before they just became the Soulsborne factory that they are. Like they've been making this since like the PS1 era. But from what I've heard, like Armor Core 6 is
think
like
I
it's
did
really
too.
good. If you're into mech games and like customization, and there's a little bit of that Soulsborne like dodging and weaving, and a lot of ammo
They're like
management.
crazy fun this game.
Yeah. From
But,
what
like,
I've
you
seen,
can
for all
get
intents and
really
purposes,
deep.
it's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, I had
I was going to
Oh,
say,
sorry.
I definitely appreciate that they're doing something besides the Souls game for once because,
Yeah.
I appreciate the quality they make and everything, but like sometimes you don't want to fuck with the Souls game, you know?
True.
And I like their quality, their dedication, and I kept saying to myself, I wish they would place it somewhere else. Now they have. So
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to get my hands on it yet, but I'd really like to. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead, Liz.
I don't have much experience because I have not played Armor Core and like forever. I think I had one or two on the PS1 or like one of these mech games, but like you can go like so in depth where I feel like you need like an engineering degree to understand what you're doing. But I think they do have like default builds and stuff like that. Where if you don't want to think too hard, you can. But like you can think too hard if you want, and that's kind of like the beauty of these games.
I was gonna make a point there is I think I own like more FromSoft games that are not Soulsborne games than actual Soulsborne games. Like I think I have the OG Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 or 2 from like a Games for Gold. But like I own like the weirdest of the weird. Like I have Ninja Blade, I have Enchanted Arms, I have Metal Wolf Chaos, which I guess it's like under Devolver Digital now, but like it was originally was FromSoft, and that was the infamous one that never got ported from Japan to the Xbox, where you play as the president of the United States in a mech fighting the vice president in a mech.
Oh yeah,
Which
that
shut
game's
up.
that game's
Love.
fucking
amazing.
great.
Yeah. Well, it's available like it's English patch. It's available on Xbox One, PS4 if anyone wants to pick it up.
That's
They leave all the cheesy voice
hysterical.
acting in there.
Yeah.
And don't say that YouTubers can influence game developers, because when they announced that at that Developer Digital, and Rope had the stream, it's probably gone now, where I got super hyped and everyone was like, what is this? I was like, it's not fucking chaos. Ah! like they when they
Yes.
did, when they previewed it at E3, they're just like, oh yeah, we watched these guys called the Two Best Friends play the Japanese version. We're like, is there an audience for this? And we're like, don't tell me that YouTubers can influence game developers
Yeah.
for
No,
all the
I
right
think
reasons.
they do. If they set trends or like revive interest in a really old or dying series, I think it makes a huge difference.
So, all right, back on track with the Game Awards. So, next up was the best VR AR game, and that went to the RE8 Village
Surprise.
VR mode. Which, I mean, no joke. Like,
Oh, want to do this?
I know it's just VR mode in that game, but man, like playing VR in an RE game makes so much of a difference. Especially if you got like a
I
good
want to
headset. And
play
you're
them
just like,
so bad.
yeah. I still have my
I feel
PlayStation
like-
VR for Biohazard.
They're really good.
Best mobile game.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say they're really good. They'll scare the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Best mobile game did not go to Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It went
I was
to
pissed off.
Kai Star
No.
Rail. Yeah, I was like, could this be where like the off-color comment from Butters in that South Park episode, which they turned into a game, wins an award? I love that someone on Twitter posted an angry Butters with a mobile phone when it didn't win.
Oh,
I was
Russell,
mad
no.
too.
It's from that World of Warcraft episode where Cartman's trying to rally the kids to take down the that which has no life, and they're all
Yes.
like, "Yeah, the victory, yeah!" And Butters like, "I don't play World of Warcraft. I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure." It's just like, Butters, go buy World of Warcraft, install it on your computer, and join the online sensation before we all murder you. Okay, then. Fun fact, Matt Stone and Trey Parker absolutely hated that episode. They're like, this is like the laziest episode we've ever done. I hate it. And it's like their most well received episodes ever.
I'm
Ooh,
shocked
and
to
this
hear that they hate it.
here's the heartbreak. Best debut indie game went to Cocoon. Beating out Venba, Viewfinder, which I really want to play because that looks like that Subliminal game where it's like this one here, like you're taking photos with a Polaroid. You take the Polaroid out and it makes a platform, or you solve puzzles with that. I thought that looks really neat.
Which game is this?
It's called
Viewfinder?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That sounds like my jam.
Pizza Tower, which yesterday before the Game Awards, I was watching Hang Time, watching Grayson go through that game. Oh my god, that's like, if you liked WarioWare Shake It on the Wii, you'll love Pizza Tower because it's like, oh, it's such a good platformer.
It looks so goofy and fun.
Yep, nothing against Cocoon, but a lot of people were like, "What the fuck's Cocoon? Why didn't Pizza Tower win?"
I looked into it, and it looks like a cool enough puzzle game, but I don't know. I'm not quite convinced that it was supposed to win. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a quick reminder that everybody can participate in the Rossetti Awards, because I found an indie game this year that I thought should have been on that list 1,000,000%. It's almost like a game that was created for Johnny and me. I could say that completely. So get over there and vote. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you, Johnny.
Ooh, are you talking about Gravity Circuit?
I am.
I'm gonna spoil my voting on that. I really wanted to vote for that, but Sea of Stars is on there, and I'm like, no, we have to have Sea of Stars. I have to vote because Sea of Stars. As much as I love Gravity Circuit, like if you love like Mega Man X, Bionic Commando, with a little like, well, I mean, those two genres kind of mix them in together. But man, like if you love the Mega Man X series, like you'll love Gravity Circuit. It is so good. Which I have to boot up again because they have done so many updates to that game, like balance fixes and new like updates. Like, oh yeah, you can just have like different presets for your abilities. So it's like, yeah, I gotta go. That's almost like a whole new game. But going to best independent game, which I find funny, is that like a few of the games that were nominated for best debut indie are nominated for best indie game. It's like,
These
okay,
are
well,
redundant categories, in
yeah,
my opinion.
okay,
I don't like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
They do that
Have a
sometimes.
category for like first time indie devs. Cool. For long time, yeah, you could still like. There's been plenty of indie games out there. You could find five to pick from people that are already established. But as mentioned before, Sea of Stars, that one best indie game. Sea of Stars is so good. You should play it if you love Chrono Trigger, Mario RPG, just JRPGs in general. Like you love Sea of Stars, and also too if you love The Messenger, which is by the same studio. It ties the universes together.
Oh.
No, I
Best
haven't checked
community
it out.
support. Oh, you have not checked it out?
I'm gonna have to.
Oh yes. It's on Game Pass and it's also on PlayStation Plus Premium. So if you have any of those two subscription services,
So,
I have them both.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So, just in general, between the games that won some awards, and there's numerous games, I know we're not there yet, that are announced. I
Sure.
feel like there's so much Xbox stuff that came out of nowhere that I'm like, what's this? Is Cocoon one of those games that like released on Xbox first or something? Like, what's going on with that
I
game?
think it's on everything. I think it's on everything.
I think it's on Steam.
Honestly, like, and I'm like one of the biggest, fans of Microsoft and Xbox. Xbox really did not have a good year.
Mm.
Like Hi-Fi Rush was cool because it came out of nowhere during E3. It was like a surprise drop. It's just like, hey, available today. I've yet to play it, but I heard it's like really good. It's a good, rhythm-based character
Mhm.
action game if you like those. But like, I mean, Starfield was just kind of like, sorry, Eric, but Starfield, from what I've seen, people saying it's pretty meh. It's just another Bethesda game. But
It'll
hey,
be
if
good in
you like
5
Bethesda
years.
games,
Yeah, I
although
can
it's not
agree
as
with
buggy
that.
as most Bethesda games, so
No, it wasn't buggy. It was just the really cool part was, piloting your ship and controlling it and everything. But once you're out of the ship and you're moving around, it's like, oh, hey, it's every other Bethesda game I've ever played. Wow, amazing. So that was a problem. And then, like you were saying, it's just not the best year for Xbox. They've been struggling for a while now. It's just like, well, we, bought these studios up, and what did they give us? Nah, not much. Starfield,
Redfall.
Redfall
very
was
good.
a disaster. Probably not the biggest disaster of the year, but holy fuck, that was bad. Like, this was supposed to pull them up and help them, and it did absolutely nothing. Now, of course, there is one game that helped Microsoft tremendously this year, and I'm sure it'll come up soon enough. Go ahead, Johnny.
Okay. So best community support went to Baldur's Gate 3.
Of course.
Here's a little
Sweeping the floor.
controversy. Best ongoing game. Best ongoing game went to the DLC for Cyberpunk 2077, being out Genshin Impact, Fortnite, Final Fantasy 14, and Apex Legends. Like, here's the thing. Like, okay, cool. Your DLC was good and brought you back up to prominence, but you're not continuing. Like, you're done with Cyberpunk, so it's not an ongoing game anymore.
It's not.
Also,
And that's what I was
okay.
going to point out. Like, okay, your DLC rocked ass, guys. It brought the game back. It's alive. Everybody wants to play it again. I was playing it during Stadia. Fuck all of you. But still, people want to play it now. But it's not an ongoing game. It's finished.
Yeah.
We're moving on now. What the fuck do you mean it
Yeah.
won
This
that
is
award?
hysterical.
Yeah, and it's
Dude.
strange because like from like Final Fantasy 14, like gets like really good content every single year. Apex Legends, gets new skins, new abilities, new stuff. They just announced on this show. I know it's skipping ahead for announcement, but like Apex Legends is having a Final Fantasy 7 collab in January.
Great.
And if I could talk about like the craziness that just happened this year with Fortnite, the
Yes.
OG map, and like this weekend they've launched 3 new games in Fortnite.
Yeah,
Lego
let's.
Fortnite,
We need to talk
Rocket
about
Racing. Tomorrow we're getting the festival, like the Harmonix like music game. Now there's a few things Patrick and I are kind of we're not really excited about, like the the locker or the storefront for the Rocket Racing, I feel, is a little bit too expensive for the car models.
Yes.
I mean, that's something they probably have to work on. And from what the rumors I'm hearing, like the weekend, when that performance and that thing comes out, that's going to be expensive, and maybe even a battle pass. But
so
Lego Fortnite is cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
like
few
if
things,
you like Minecraft and Legos.
there's a few things they need to tweak with it, but ultimately, like all the things, and I know that this just came out, so maybe people didn't have a chance to get the votes in because this just came out. But
Yeah.
still, the choice for your winner looks really, really bad when something like Fortnite comes out and they're like, boom goes the Lego, boom goes this mode, boom goes everything. And you just see what they have done in just a small chunk of time. And hello, that's only a small fucking part of the year. They've been doing this since January. And this happens. Again, Cyberpunk, great, fine, but it's not ongoing.
Okay, so here's the thing with best ongoing. Okay, first off, they should have an expansion or DLC category instead. Okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay, if a game is truly ongoing and super relevant, and there's a lot of crossover with a lot of these categories with like weird ancient shit like League of Legends, where I'm like, this is still relevant. Okay.
You're
just
still
put
not
it in
convinced
the
about that.
category. Just put it in the no. League of Legends, guys, I don't even want to get in League. I can't. Okay. Anyway, I digress. If it's important or relevant enough, put it in the category. Who cares? Guess what? Fortnite, let's say like Fortnite is still like hopping bopping the coolest like sock hopping thing in like 5 years. Because that's how I feel about Fortnite. It's gonna be sock hopping cool.
I like that it's sock hopping.
Yes. If it's game of the year, just put it in the category. If it's still the best shit, just put it in the category. I don't like this ongoing game thing for the reasons you guys haven't mentioned. Like,
yeah, because then
okay.
then we have to take something that's clearly not part of the category.
Those are all other multiplayer online games, and like Cyberpunk is like not. Somebody like had to have been paid to like make this win. They totally, you know what? CD Projekt Red probably slipped a little bit of cash.
Oh, we're getting into conspiracy time. Conspiracy time happening.
Let's promote our DLC. Like, you know what? They did the best thing ever releasing that anime because it released a lot of like interest with like that cyberpunk anime.
Yeah.
Building up to this DLC, and then here they're like, yo, Jeff, here's a $100. They slipped it under the table here. And this is just a big advertisement for them. Like, it does not fit in the categories of any of these other games listed on this. Doesn't make sense.
Oh my God, I want to disagree with you, but is that not true? Like, it just came out and like it was just the hottest of garbage that nobody wanted to touch. And then how do you get people back in? Damn it, Liz, you make sense.
Yeah.
We're not a conspiracy podcast.
I'm excited that it
did
win, though.
Just to let you know about ongoing game, the last time Fortnite won this was back in 2018. So they've been nominated every year and they haven't won since 2018. But I think fair shake because I think in years past it's gone to Final Fantasy 14.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, we can call that an ongoing game. That like if we said that Final Fantasy 14 is an ongoing game and it's still getting content, etc., that would make perfect sense because it is. It gets updates regularly. There are new things to check out versus Cyberpunk where they're like, here's a DLC, enjoy, we out. That's no.
Here, on the other hand, though, okay, because when Cyberpunk is like such a tragic story, but like what crazy RPG of like the last 15 years, like since the internet has been connected to game consoles, what massive like not MMO, but like what huge looked forward to RPG hasn't had a million updates and tweaks and bugs and patches, totally incomplete. Think about this, okay? I mean, Cyberpunk has been ongoing with their patches for years, so it must qualify under this category. And you know what? Okay, I don't want to totally slam dunk on Cyberpunk because this is a game that I was excited for, and it's the same thing where it's like, how many years? Okay, let's look at the calendar. Okay, so we're at the end of 2023, and I still have not done a full-fledged Skyrim playthrough. Do you think Skyrim is like patched enough by now? Like, I think I might be ready to play Skyrim.
Oh, not by Bethesda officially.
No.
I think you don't need
Okay.
I don't think you need fan
But do you
patches
see
to
my
get that
point?
going.
Do you see my point here? In another way.
Yes.
Yeah.
That it is kind of ongoing. And same thing with The Witcher 3. That game, I don't think it was as horrific at the beginning as Cyberpunk. Let's be real. Let's take the same studio and another big RPG of theirs. But it took years and Henry Cavill taking off his shirt to popularize Witcher 3.
Is that what happened?
So, I mean, we have
That's how that
Keanu at least. Like, fuck yeah. Okay, cool. So,
And
look at
Idris
it. The
Elba.
formula's complete now.
They also have
Like,
Idris
think
Elba
about it.
there.
Think about it.
Wow.
Everything on both sides of the coin, everything I said was real.
Yeah, but I still don't think it quite fits the way we're talking about here. I'm not completely sold because, man, I was playing Cyberpunk at the beginning. Like I said, everybody else was running around going, "This is the worst game ever." Rrr. But I was like playing it
Oh,
on.
people hate.
I was playing it on Stadia, and I was happy. I was happy playing on Stadia, and then they killed Stadia, and yeah, that's been pretty terrible for me.
I'm
Because
played eventually, but I'm salty now that they have a PS5 version. I'm like, fuck, got the PS4 version for like $5 on Black Friday years ago, like a year after it came out. And now I'm like, damn it, now I need the PS5 version. Somebody hung up. Like, I should have just played it when it was, you know how I just said about my like min-max ratio with purchasing games, right? I should have just played it a couple years ago on the PS5 when it was broken on the PS4. Just played it then for my $5 Black Friday deal. But now I'm going to be sitting refreshing for like a $70 game to go super cheap because why would I play the bad one? I'd play the better one, the upgraded one. Like, there's something sick in my head.
Mhm.
I don't know.
it's kind of the reason why I won't pick it up now because I mean, even though I played the good version on Stadia, it still did crazy shit. Like I remember there'd be times where you would call your motorcycle and it would just go flying through cars and send you flying across the map. Weird shit like that. And now like it's supposedly good. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it, but they want me to drop like 60, 70 bucks and I go, I've already been there, man. I can't. I can't do that. And I don't know if that's unfair to them, but I don't know. I just feel like unless there's a deep discount, I can't go back. I just can't.
Alright, so come back check here with the awards here. I got Games for Impact. I completely forgot this game came out. It was I'm gonna butcher the name. It's
Hoyo first.
Shika.
I have no idea.
I think it's
It's so-
Chia.
Chia.
Cha.
It's
I don't
the it looks like it plays like Breath of the Wild because I think every game that has a glider is Breath of the Wild now. So one I keep seeing. Next one was innovation and accessibility that went to Forza Motorsport, which Turntide Studios always do a great job of making their games accessible to anyone, whether it's like text to speech for the visually impaired or options for colorblind. They do a lot of great work there. Best performance, so like this is best actor in a game, went to Neil Newborn for Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
I really don't
Is that
have
the hot
anything to
guy?
say about maybe you mean
Like
his
the
character
one
or him
with the
himself?
white hair that every girl just like thirsts over. Is that
Oh,
the guy?
yes.
The vampire.
The vampire? Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
It starts with an A.
Asterius.
Oh, and I would
Yes.
point out at this point that this is when this is the first award they gave out, and this is when Chris Judge, Kratos from God of War came out, and they did the whole joke. It's just like, try to beat my record of 8 minutes acceptance speech. And then when he gets up on there and there's 30 seconds and then you hear the music swell, it's like, oh wait, is this a joke? And then he's like, I still gotta do my speech. It's like, yeah, they apparently had a countdown for everyone's speeches. They got 30 seconds and then they said, please wrap it up. I was like, wow. Keighley has already come out and said, we're going to change this for future shows. It's not going to be 30 seconds. We'll give people more time. We apologize. Something we're trying out.
Oh, you also missed the
really...
you missed the other really good part that happened there with that, is that he came out and just did a slam dunk on Call of Duty. Loved it.
Yeah. He said I think, what was it? He said his acceptance speech was longer than the Call of Duty campaign.
Yes. It was beautiful.
The Call of Duty devs on Twitter are so pissed because they're just like, well, lifetime sales of Call of Duty beat God of War. Say that. Fuck you.
Because he said that and he said, oh, well, that's another company I won't work for.
I'm sure if they've given enough money.
Oh, I'm sure if the money flows enough, everybody will be lovey-dovey and he'll be right into some project.
Yeah. And watching him on stage reminded me, like, my wife and I need to start marathoning Stargate SG-1. I've never seen that series. Like, I've always seen it here and there, and like I'm a big fan of the movie, and it's like, oh, good. Like, she's like, you should watch it because like basically every single Star Trek actor has been on Stargate. I'm like, okay, we'll give this a shot. Anyways, back to the other awards. Yeah, best audio design went to Hi-Fi Rush, which I think a rhythm-based character action game. Probably should go to that.
Never heard of.
I've never touched it, never saw it.
Yeah,
and
it's like with Hi-Fi Rush, it's like instead of like mashing like the buttons, like you have to go with the beat.
Oh, okay, so it's one of those.
Best score on music with the Final Fantasy 16. As you would,
okay.
Good, always good music. Best art direction, Alan Wake 2. Best narrative, Alan Wake 2. Oh, this is all the Alan Wake 2. Okay, best adaptation. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Don't forget Alan Wake 2. Okay, let's move on. Okay.
Best adaptation, man. This one, like, there were so many good adaptations that it could have gone to anyone. There was Castlevania Nocturne, which I believe is basically, yeah.
Object. Why is the Gran Turismo movie on here, but not FNAF?
That's true.
That's a really good question.
Explain this to me.
That's a really good question.
Where's Five Nights at Freddy's?
Okay. Let me tell you. I swear to God. Who watched the Gran Turismo movie? Do you know anyone who watched the Gran Turismo movie? Raise your hand.
I remember when
Eric did.
I remember in Game Days. You might remember this, Johnny. Ninja Monk was trying to tell us that this was a really good premise for that movie because it follows like a real story or something like that. And my response was
So go ahead.
I was going to say my response to that was, this is the most generic setup to a movie ever. It follows every generic plot point of, you can't do it, kid. You can't make it. I'm going to beat you down, kid. And then you're going to make it. And then it's going to be amazing. It sucks.
They should have just like tore something out of the Initial D playbook and made this movie. Like, think about it, real long and hard. We need some Eurobeat.
Yeah, all I know is that it was just a kid who's really good at the Gran Turismo video game is going to drive a car in real life.
Woo!
And I'm like, wait, I already watched that. It was called Immersion on Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good immersion where like they're racing on a racetrack and they're playing a game with the same racetrack. They're trying to beat the pro driver.
Okay, so hear me out. Okay, so we have 3. Okay, so we have all these different studios. Okay, so Castlevania, that's like pretty obvious because that's like Netflix, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo, PlayStation Productions, Sony Pictures. Last of Us, PlayStation Productions. Twisted Metal, that was a thing. PlayStation Productions. Super Mario Brothers, Illumination. And and then what is the movie studio? Movie studio FNAF. Let's see. Who released FNAF? Let's be real.
I don't know
Okay.
who did.
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
see.
I said I'll let you know who the winner was, and that was
Universal Pictures. Which
Huh.
does Universal have a grasp in the gaming industry?
No,
with
but
Nintendo they do.
well, okay, maybe they have a grasp with Nintendo, but I mean, they have a grasp when it comes to literally everything else. I'm shocked.
No. We have to think of the conspiracy here.
Oh, I see. We've got to put let me
Look
put
at the-
my
okay,
conspiracy glasses back
As
on.
much as I am like a Sony PlayStation whore, like let me just be, I'm being on the table about this. Okay. What is our problem here? These are all PlayStation productions or Sony Pictures. What is going on? This is rigged. This whole if FNAF is not on the honestly, if FNAF was on here, it would have beat The Last of Us. Did you see the Rotten Tomato reviews? Like the at-home viewer gave it like a 10 out of 10. Okay, think
Really?
about it. This rigged. This whole thing's rigged.
Oh my god.
How many
I can't
people
say
you know saw the
no.
FNAF movie?
I didn't see it because
None.
Nicolas Cage made the same movie 3 years ago, or was it 4? I can't remember.
Okay. Well, I saw it and I know like everyone on the planet who's seen it. So, this is fucked up. Something's wrong
Yep.
here. The critics are wrong.
I don't know. Like, did you watch The Last of Us on HBO?
I don't have TV. Sorry.
I
I
mean,
like literally don't watch TV.
You can sail the seven seas.
No,
I'm
if
just
you,
like for me, like this category, it was either going to be the Mario movie or Last of Us. Like HBO fucking killed it with The Last of Us.
oh, it was
there was
beautiful.
enough changes to make it different. There was enough changes to make it different, but it stuck to the game.
Nice.
And like they're in production right now of Last of Us Part 2, so we're gonna be getting.
Hold on. I have a question.
Over under
Don't
how
spoil
long-
me.
Actually, I
So,
should stop that and not say anything because it would
so
spoil you.
Okay.
No. Okay, well, I would
Okay.
like to watch. I mean, obviously, I've played The Last of Us, but like things that are new, don't spoil it, please. But
Mhm.
so is The Last of Us HBO series like the entirety of the first game, or do you
Yes.
mean part 2 as in like the game part 2 they're doing
Part
next?
2 is the game Part 2. That's what they're filming right now.
Yes.
Okay, so this is not going to be some long-winded bullshit with like 30 billion seasons, I hope.
No.
Season 2, like Part 2, I think they've said it will be 2 seasons. They will split it up
Well, I mean that's
Okay.
fine, but it's not
because
It's
the
really
play
long too.
Yeah, because when I remember, I haven't played Part 2 yet because I'm
It's like a
I was getting
35-hour
ready
game.
to play it.
gonna, right.
I was getting ready to play, and then they announced remastered. I was just like, well, I'm not gonna buy that. But then it's like, oh no, $10 upgrade. I'm like, fuck, let's do that. I'll wait for the PS5 upgrade to play it.
Well, what I was
But
going
I
to
know
say.
that it is
Okay.
twice the length of the first Last of Us. So
Yeah. Some people say it's a little too long, but I keep dancing around and not playing it because I don't know. I'm not in that mood for that kind of game. But
Yeah.
I know it's much longer.
yeah.
But no, the comparison, like, they should be able to wrap it up and it should be fine compared to something like, I don't know, The Walking Dead. That thing, it should have died ages ago and it just kept
Yeah.
going to everyone's detriment.
Oh, don't they have like 2 spin-off shows of
3!
it now?
3!
That are still going?
They have one that hasn't launched yet.
No, stop it.
It
No.
Well,
No.
there's the upcoming one with Rick and Michonne. This doesn't end ever.
They're making money at least. Good for them.
I mean, of course they are, but still, like, god damn, just stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Just find a cure or just have zombies
we're keeping
rule the world.
Harris Hardwick employed? Don't tell me.
No.
He never has to work again. He's in the Hearst family. I don't care. Whatever.
Mhm.
I have feelings.
Yeah,
Alright,
but I mean,
but-
Liz, if you have any way to watch Last of Us, please do it. Like you, the one thing I will say, I love the fact that HBO was able to get the major cast members in some roles in the movie. Oh, well, actually, no, because fucking, oh god, what's her name? It's Who
Right.
Joel's taking Ellie to? Leader of the Fireflies. God, what's her name?
I
Oh
don't
my head.
remember.
It's the same actress. It's the same actress. So the actress who was someone in chat will correct me. I'm pretty sure. But
probably.
like Ashley Johnson's in it, Troy Baker's in it. So like the whole cast is in there.
So I'm a weenie, and I'm just gonna say I'm straight up not gonna watch the Last of Us show for the foreseeable future because I literally do not watch TV. Like I cannot watch TV shows or movies in my house. I have to be in a movie theater. And unless like the circumstance is right, which it's almost never right, unfortunately it's gonna take me forever to watch it. So bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, that'll be rough because I don't know any movie theaters that are going to be playing TV shows for you.
No.
Actually they do.
What?
Okay. No, yeah, okay, so no, let me like do a really quick explanation.
Oh my god.
No, it's not like TV. So sometimes they put together compilations from TV shows. Like this is one I can think of where they for Thanksgiving a couple years ago, they had it where it was a movie ticket and we're going to give you like 3 hours of all the Thanksgiving specials from Friends. Something like that. Or like when there's certain anime and there's like a new movie or they're celebrating an anniversary, they'll be like, hey, we're going to play episodes 1 through 6 for your movie ticket this day. And then another week or two, we're going to play episodes 7 through 12. Like they do promotional things or they have like certain specials, like if there's an event or something big coming up. So it does exist, but not like how you would traditionally think of it. There's a lot of curated like specials and packages put together for certain things.
That would never happen here. Wow.
No, it's at Regal.
Yeah, we do have a Regal. Okay, maybe I have to go poke around and see what they're up to. I did not know that.
Hold on, there's tiers of Regals, and it depends as well. I've had to drive an hour and a half to go see some movies because I'm psychotic and I can't just fucking sit in my chair in front of the TV and watch it and rent it or something. No, I have to drive like an hour and a half, 2 hours to go see movies because I will not watch it otherwise.
Okay.
But it just depends. There's totally different regions and tiers of theaters. It's very interesting. I could go deep into like movie theaters any day you guys you want, but we're not going to do that right now.
Yeah, because I was going to say I had to drive to, for anybody who knows West Virginia, Morgantown, where West Virginia University is, to see The Disaster Artist. Why? I don't know, because I did.
What?
It was
That's
ridiculous.
like a mainstream movie.
Nice.
Who knows? This place is a mess. Johnny, what's the next category?
Well, we only got 2 left. So best game direction went to Alan Wake 2, and game of the year went to Baldur's Gate 3. Being Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. Interesting note: Marvel Spider-Man 2 did not win a single award.
Okay,
they were nominated for 7 categories, didn't win a single one,
which is fucking criminal. I don't.
That's kind of funny.
I don't know if it should have won Game of the Year, but it didn't win anything. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Like, it was
okay.
Such a great game, and it didn't win anything.
Again, I can say, like, you know, and Silent Hero in our Twitch chat there says he's so bummed about it. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, you could be bummed about it, but I mean, that shows the testament of like how good 2023 was for gaming.
Okay, hold on. So I need to make a little side note here. So you know how like with like the categories for games, it becomes like a more intense and like serious level of award as it goes deeper into the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what the fuck is with Alan Wake winning numerous like awards, and then it's like Game of the Year, Baldur's Gate, even though we just hyped you up with like Alan Wake, and we're giving these really serious awards to Alan Wake in particular. I'm not trying to slam dunk on Alan Wake. That's not what I'm trying to get at.
That in 2017.
But like this shit doesn't make sense where you think like, okay, when there's all of these excellent high level things, either have Baldur's Gate win the awards that are leading up to the greatness of Game of the Year, or have Alan Wake win. Like the way that they build it up doesn't make sense. Because you could argue that Baldur's Gate is holy shit amazing with all these other categories and is better than Alan Wake 2. But it's like a weird throwing a dog a bone thing. That's kind of, these whole things are rigged and I hate it. I hate it, okay?
Well,
I swear.
they're supposed to be voted by all the people. You're supposed to be able to go to the
No.
website and vote for them.
Oh, okay. I thought this was 2017 where it was like this one game won everything, and then Breath of the Wild just stuck in and took Game of the Year. No, it was all over the place there.
Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, where it's like, just let it be the game of the year if it's so fucking amazing. Anyway, I'm not trying to like shit on Baldur's Gate or like, honestly. And also, hold on, we need a revision on this list too. For the most active going game, they should have put Resident Evil 4 in there.
Oh?
How many times has fucking Resident Evil 4 been remade? How many times?
Yeah.
How many
At
times has
least
it been
30.
released?
Okay.
Remastered. So, like, this whole thing, Jeff Keighley, I'm wearing biker gloves right now and I'm not on a bike. Come at me, bro.
Oh.
I got the fists of steel. I should take over the Game Awards.
Wow.
Like, this is all like doo-doo.
Wow.
Everything
Okay.
is rigged. Everything is rigged.
Oh my god.
But Baldur's Gate 3 does deserve it.
I'm not nearly as wound up about this one because Baldur's Gate 3 is badass. And hey,
I know.
I'm glad it won, but I'm shocked that it won so much is the thing. I was talking with somebody about this today because I was saying to him, look, we both know Baldur's Gate 3 is badass, right? Right. Okay, cool. But then I was like, okay, think about all the people that are out there like buying and playing games right now. Do you really think that's the type of game that you could pitch to just like a random gamer friend you have and it would stick? And he said, well, now you mention it that way, probably not. How did it do this well then? It's crazy. It's just the power of how good that game honestly is.
I think like Baldur's Gate is such a special game that this shit's like a wild unicorn game. And it's that, yes, I don't think I have to say anything else. But also too, I did speak with one of my like coworker friends, and he's super deep into gaming, and he's like, where the fuck did Alan Wake 2 come from? And does anybody else know who played Alan Wake 2? Like, I'm gonna play it, and Patrick, we bonded about this, right?
Yes.
But like, I feel like it's kind of a dark horse with its like with some of its wins here, which is kind of cool. Like,
Right.
I didn't think this game would be like so applauded, and it's actually really refreshing and nice. That like me, the contrarian,
Well, it's a
Like-
little strange.
like I agree with it.
It's strange because if anybody remembers the original Alan Wake, it got a lot of praise, but like nobody was like
Games-
running to the store to get it. Nobody was, flipping out over it that hard. And then Alan Wake 2 comes along, and I don't know where all the love, praise, and attention came from, but it came for it. Fine. To the point where what I was going to say earlier is Microsoft was having a very rough time the past 2 years or so, and then Alan Wake 2 happened. It's been a lot better for them since. Alan Wake 2 is something that I haven't touched yet because I feel like if it's as good as everybody's saying, I need to set time aside and just dive into it and chew on it and just really, really enjoy and appreciate it.
I'm super excited for it. Like, it's just money, and like, I'll get it probably when it's $20, but it's like, oh, I even bought like the Alan Wake remake when it came out because it's like, oh shit, I'm excited for 2. Like, it's so good. But I feel like, again, me being the contrarian, being like, yeah, this is amazing. And like, I talked to so many people and they've not played it. And it's just like such a shock that like it won so many mainstream game awards. And I'm like, mind blown. Like, it's actually really nice.
And I guess I just want to complain really quick about something that just personally annoyed me. I didn't catch this part of it, but I didn't like that they continue to call the band the Old Gods of Asgard, because I want more people to know about that band. They're called Poets of the Fall. They are not the Old Gods of Asgard. Please, go listen to Poets of the Fall. They're
Cringe.
amazing.
Mhm.
That's the name of the band. It's not the Old fucking Gods of Asgard. It's Poets of the Fall, and they're amazing. That's my soapbox.
Yeah. Cool. So that was all the awards. I know we're kind of pressed for time there, but we would quickly go over all the stuff they announced, like game wise, kind of rapid fire them.
Really quick, yeah.
Okay. So we got I can never name the name of the studio or the guy. He's the Fuck the Oscars guy. He's remaking Brother: A Tale of Two Sons.
Okay, does not
Yes.
need a remake. I mean, I love that game, but they need to make something new. Okay, move on.
We're getting Pony Island 2. If you've never played Pony Island 1, it's like this weird, trippy, like every time you play the game, it's different, but it's like it's psychological. It's crazy.
Is it a roguelike?
No, it has a. It's like. It's how to describe, like Pony Island is like it's a game within a game, but like you're stuck in. You have to keep playing the game, and the game keeps changing every time you do something different.
Like, are
in it.
there like lots of layers to it? Is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Rise of the Golden Idol, I think was a CG thing, so not much there. Usual June, looks like it's from the studio behind Night in the Woods and looks like a good character action game. This one look adorable. Harmonium the musical. It's about a deaf kid who like it basically gives me like Wizard of Oz vibes.
Hold on, it's a deaf
Like-
kid, so it's like The Quiet Man too.
Oh no, this is far more charming.
Well, no, there's like there's like musical, like she is deaf, like, but there's
She like
it's
legally
amazing.
deaf or like 100% deaf?
No, like legally 100% deaf. She has I mean
okay.
she has hearing aids there, but like she uses sign language to communicate.
It's a
Okay,
really cute.
Um,
It's just a really cute game. I think it's going to be a really good family game. It's a game that if I could be just a little edgy myself here, the other podcast would be very upset about.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, we can't represent different people. Oh, cry.
That's what I thought when I was watching this. I was like, this looks adorable. Like, you guys over there at the SS. Well, no. I didn't say. I'm trying to think of a different name to call it
Don't-
other than what it is.
You'll fucking summon him, man. Anyway,
The side pod. There was the side pod. There. That's fine. There's Wind Blown from the developer of Dead Cells. This looks kind of cool. This looks like a roguelike with co-op, isometric view. It looks pretty cool. Thrasher, I have no knowledge of. It's like, it's from the people who made Thumper. I'm like, I have no idea what Thumper is. They're doing a Dredge and Dave the Diver crossover.
What?
So
Yeah,
like,
I
they're
saw
merging those
that.
two games together apparently.
I saw that. That was very confused.
Matthew McConaughey came on stage to show off Exodus, which none of his voice was in that game, and it looks like it's a third-person shooter in space.
But it does look cool.
Yeah. In like 5 days, we're getting God of War Ragnarok DLC for free.
Free. That's the
Valhalla?
craziest thing.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe I
I
can forgive Sony for rigging this show.
Yeah.
Just
it's
this one time.
It looks like it's gonna be a roguelike, it's a roguelike progression, like fighting enemies. I'll be all for this if Mimir will shut the fuck up and not tell me what to do.
it has roguelike elements. I guess we'll
Yeah.
find out what that means very soon.
The devs of Untitled Goose Game are making another game called Big Walk.
It looks cute.
We got more Hellblade 2 footage. I think it's finally coming out sometime April 2024. I think it was slated. No, it just says
Yes.
2024. Okay. No Rest for the Wicked. Is that the? Oh, that is the one with the from Moon Studios, who made. I can't remember. I'm trying to read this here. That looks kind of interesting. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the next Budokai Tenkaichi game.
Yes.
Claire loves this. The worlds of Supermassive Games and Dead by Daylight are merging together to make a game called The Casting of Frank Stone. She gonna play that, and
I'm not super convinced, but we'll see.
Super massive, super simp. That's me.
Visions of Mana. We're getting a new Mana game. I thought this was like
Yeah.
a remake of Adventures of Mana, but like this is all brand new. I'm all for this. I love
I'm
the
Oh,
base
yeah.
game.
shocked to see that, which is kind of like nice to bring back an oldie but goodie.
So excited for that.
Kojima Productions making a Xbox exclusive game.
Well, OD
OD?
was the name of it? Yeah, OD.
Yep. Yeah.
It's
Which-
supposed to mix
this is
film
the big-
and video games.
Well, of course, it's
Oh.
Kojima. But can I
I'm gonna
say,
miss out.
like, I think at this point, yeah, we get the meme. Kojima's your friend. Like, Keely, just fuck him already. Just like,
Just get it over
profess your
with, man.
undying love
We
for
need
him,
an
and
impartial host.
yeah, not gonna go. Oh my god, this is a game, Kojima. It's like, oh, here's Anthony Mackie, I guess. It's like, oh, the Dev won an award. You got 30 seconds. Go, let's go. I need more time with my boyfriend. I mean, yeah, cool. It's only live action stuff, so like I have no opinions on it. They showed off the CG trailer for Rocket Racing, which immediately after this podcast is done, I'm booting it up and playing it and finding what it's all about. We got a new footage of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which everyone is freaking out because there is Aerith
Mm-hmm.
and there are black feathers. Will they actually pull the trigger this time, or will they just go, psych, actually, no, we're not going to kill her. We're just going to leave her alive. Subvert your expectations.
Dude,
Tales
no.
of
if they
Kenzura,
did that?
which I don't think is a Tales of game, but it's like, this is something completely different.
Its own thing. Yeah.
Got a new game from the devs that made Life is Strange called Lost Records Blooming Rage.
I'm so excited. It looks so cool. You guys, this is like the hipster ass shit that I'm into. So I'm pumped. Okay, very excited.
We are getting from Bethesda and Arcade Studios a open world Marvel Blade game. I'm all for that.
Awesome.
Mecha Break,
Sweet.
which is a mech style game. Palea, I think it's pronounced. It's a free to play farming sim.
Oh, you mean ads?
Not sure.
Pay to win?
Not sure. It's an open world farming sim.
It sounds too good.
Sure,
um,
why not?
You know, Man Sky, Hello Games came up with Light No Fire, which is like a open world medieval game, which I'm very sure will overpromise and underdeliver. I hope not, because you know they deserve a W out of the break. Frustrating News making Stormgate, which is available on Kickstarter, I believe. Guilty Gear Strive getting a new character and also announcing 3v3.
Ooh.
From what I've heard though, it's like it's a team of 3. So it's not like Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball Fighters or Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. It's not like 1v1 with three characters. It's like no, team of 3 versus team of 3. So each person has a fighter.
Oh, so you mean like if I wanted to do that, I like, for example, I would need to grab you and Liz and we'd fight another team of 3.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Pirate
If
game,
they
right?
could pull that off with rollback, that would be crazy. By the way, Bandai Namco, I know you gave the open beta for Dragon Ball Fighters, but when is that actually coming out? I need my free update with
Well, you know
rollback.
what they're doing? They're just gonna like have you keep playing it and just like make you an unpaid game tester, and then they'll like just like release it out of the blue when they feel
course.
ready.
Of course, that's the industry way.
Yeah, and also so Shadow dropped Final Fantasy 16 DLC. Like Echoes of the Fallen was out that night, and then the Rising Tide will
Yes.
come out in spring 2024. And final announcements: Monster Hunter Wilds is in production. It's slated to come out in 2025. And then this was not on the Game Awards. This was just Shadow dropped after Baldur's Gate 1 Game of the Year. They're just like, oh yeah, Baldur's Gate's just on Xbox now. Go get it. Which,
They're gonna make all the
friend-
money. Conspiracies. They're just making all the money, you guys.
funny thing, friend of the show and our co-host over on Game Days for Good, Mr. TL Wolf, was purposely staying up the entire night watching the Game Awards, even though he had to work that morning, waiting for them to announce the release date for Baldur's Gate on Xbox. I think he eventually went to bed, and then we just tagged them all. It's just like, oh, by the way, it's out now. Go get it.
Oh, you missed one last announcement that happened. Sega went crazy. Sega went insane.
GameSpot, why you not put that in there? Yeah, so influencers got a letter from Sega saying like, get ready, the next evolution is now. And we're like, oh, what could this be? Could this be a new Virtual Fighter? Could this be like another Daytona? Or like people are going through like the whole Sega catalog going like, what could it be? It's like, oh yeah, it's actually 5 games.
Yes.
So they're making a new Streets
that little
of Rage.
trailer was so cool. It was cute.
Yeah, new Streets of Rage, new Golden Axe, new Shinobi, new Crazy Taxi, and the 5th one is it's on top of my tongue. What was the 5th one?
You said Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Yep. I need to look this up real quick.
I was saying Dreamcast too. Somebody called Nathan. I see the Dreamcast too.
The Dreamcast 2.
Why is it not telling me things? Oh.
Damn it, look for it. Look for it. Oh yeah, at the end of the trailer, the guy went Sega.
Yes, I saw that.
It was so awkward. Sega!
Yeah, just like
Jet Set Radio. How could I forget that? That was the first thing they showed. Jet Set Radio.
Oh.
Yeah, what's wrong with us?
That's the one I'm probably the most excited for.
Yeah, because like so many other people were just like, yeah, we'll make our own. And there's been like several great indie devs that made their own version of Jet Set Radio. Now it's like, no, we're gonna make our own. So yeah, Jet Set Radio, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Shinobi, and Crazy Taxi.
I'm most excited for the new Streets of Rage because I love Streets of Rage 4. It's so good, and the same devs are doing this one. Let's go! I'm so excited for it. Virtual highlights, stop that.
Jesus Christ, no. Well, you gotta get that away from Atlas.
No, it needs to
they
stay
own
there.
that.
Nah, it can stay.
Yeah, let that fester away.
Did you mention the Jurassic Park one?
Oh, we did forget that.
But you were supposed to be the professionals. Why is it not on there?
Basically, it was like Alien Isolation, but Jurassic Park style. It looked pretty decent.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay. I'm out. Okay. I loved and hated the trailer for this. Okay. The game looks great. I have a feeling that they're onto something. Okay, Patrick, like what you're saying, I think this is gonna be good. There's not been many good Jurassic Park games, in my opinion. However, I don't want to see a trailer just like reenacting the whole movie. That was my problem. Just show me a little bit more about like what makes the game uniquely the game.
I don't think it's gonna be reenacting the movie. I think it's like a
no, just the trailer
story.
did though.
No, the trailer reenacted
just the trailer
the movie.
was terrible in that sense. I was like, nostalgia, okay. Just show me like what this game is actually about to some degree. Don't just retell it with an unknown character. Like, who is this character? What are we doing? How do we mesh into the world? Does it take place in the 90s or is this more current? Like, what's going on? But it was just like, we're just going to reenact everything. And it just gave me no information. But I think it's going to be something cool. I have hopes. They
basically did reenact the whole thing. I think the best plan here is to cancel that game and just play the Sega Genesis Jurassic Park game. I think that would make everybody a lot happier.
That collection is out now.
Oh yeah, Limited Run did the Jurassic Park stuff, didn't they? Yep. Wasn't that a thing they did?
Oh, I was kidding. They can stop.
It's all the old Jurassic Park games from like the NES, SNES, Game Boy, Game Gear.
Yeah.
Genesis.
Oh yeah, they have so many bundles. Yeah, there's some really cool bundles they have available for it if you're into that.
I am not, and nor is anyone else. You're right. Those are bad games. Why?
Because they could probably buy it easily enough to do it.
Oh my goodness. I think we did cover everything there. I don't think we missed anything.
No. The only one, oh, actually, there was one thing. It wasn't officially like it was like a Game Awards announcement. It wasn't on the Game Awards, but Nintendo Shadow dropped. They finally got 1080 snowboarding on the Switch. For the Nintendo 64 online thing. That was like the last holdout. That was the last game they announced that would be out before 2023. But they also included Jet Set Radio. Jesus Christ, Jet Force Gemini. There's too many jets in there. But then they also dropped. They also Shadow dropped Harvest Moon 64.
Yeah. I think
this is new news to me.
she about exploded. Whoa.
You
You
guys,
okay?
like, literally, I have like an emotional problem with Harvest Moon 64. And I'm never gonna own this game again, and it makes me really sad. Okay. But okay. But I'm very excited now. That pleases me.
Well, there you go. Now you can
Yeah.
play it anytime you want with Switch Online.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't have Switch Online, I don't know what to do for you.
Oh yeah, you'll need the expansion pack too. So you'll need the.
Oh, that's not an issue. I got all of it. So I have a Johnny. Did you play the last Pokemon?
No, not Scarlet and Violet. We last one we played was Sword and Shield.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, Patrick, I'm looking at you, the
I knew you were
Pokemon.
going to. I knew you were going to, and I have a very bad answer.
No.
I played it. I played it for
And?
I played it for 5 minutes to purposely see if I could break it after the patch.
What is wrong with you, Poke people? I'm actually playing Pokemon, and no one's gonna play it against me. You guys.
Oh, are you challenging me?
Yes.
Are you throwing down?
If I can beat the 8-year-old that plays Fortnite more than anything else, I want to kick your ass too.
You heard
Yeah.
it here first, folks. I heard a challenge.
Like, I'm not gonna play Pokemon for 10 more years, so this is your opportunity, and you might miss it. So,
Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing this.
please.
I heard from the wife played it, and the campaign can be a slodge, is what I'm hearing. But that's fine. I'll do it. I'm not afraid.
Okay, so the camp, like, okay, who plays Pokemon for the story, for one thing, but secondly, everyone that's like not in the school looks great. So the fashion's on point, and the whole thing is like the fashion thing. So that's pretty cool. But then you can't dress up your character for some reason, so it's stupid. But the point being, I only play Pokemon once every 10 years. Okay, it's a tradition I uphold.
Oh,
So this is like, if you don't play this game, I'm not going to be able to kick your ass in Pokemon, is what I'm saying.
I guess you don't leave me any choice then, do you?
Mm.
Okay,
Or
well,
I'll play against Dana. I'll fight her if she wants. Like, not mean fighting, like, we're gonna battle.
oh, okay, not mean fighting. Well, that's good. That's
yeah,
good.
why would I be mean to her? She's amazing. I'll be mean to you, Patrick.
No,
or
that's-
Johnny. I'll be mean to you guys.
That's okay. I'm used to
There you
people
go.
being mean to me. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I run this thing, and I still get beat up, so that's just the way it is. But you guys heard it here. You heard it here. That's going to happen in the future. We're not exactly sure when, but we'll make it happen. And we're
We got
always
a lot of things to work out.
we're always working on other cool stuff that can happen here because we do want to continue to grow. And like we said before, we're not going to come on here and just put content on the Twitch site so we can get affiliate and get subs and stuff that way. That's not going to help. It's just going to cause us to put a bunch of crap on here that we never intended to, and that's not going to work. So instead of pushing for that, we're going to go a different route, and we'll tell you about it as soon as we've got that hammered out for you. So stick around and learn more. That said, before we wrap up, do you guys have anything else for the crowd here?
One last thing regarding Game Awards, because I see a lot of people like with grievances about the Game Awards and how they're structured. I get it. Like, too many trailers, too many game announcements, not enough time for the awards. I hear you. However, prior to me rewatching this with my community on my channel, I went a little early, and I was like, I found a playlist on YouTube of people who had the old Spike TV Game Awards before Jeff took it over and made it his own thing. Oh Lord, the cringe!
They're so
Like,
bad.
it's a product of its time for sure. The first one was in 2004.
So many women.
Yeah.
So many bikinis.
Game of the Year 2020.
That does sound
Oh,
bad.
so the 2003 was Madden 04.
Oh my god.
Game of the Year 2003 was Madden. In the year of Soul Calibur 2, Splinter Cell, Simpsons Hit and Run, True Crime Streets of LA, there was GTA Vice City.
Okay,
I give it to Madden.
acceptable.
Best fighting game went to WWE SmackDown. All because immediately after they announced it, we had to have Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio have a match, and for some reason, Trish Stratus and Victoria were there too.
So
That's
what,
okay.
Because WWE was on Spike, they had to cross promote it.
what year was
That's
that?
So all the people
amazing.
saying that, yes, the Game Awards right now, there's still work that needs to be done. It could be a lot worse. It could be what it was 20 years ago.
What?
And you don't want
Hysterical,
that.
though.
I just need to ask
Okay.
you one more time. What year was that again? 2004?
2003.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say 2004. Fucking Mortal Kombat Deception was out. Are you kidding me? Anyway.
No, 2003 would have been Soul Calibur too, but no, I had to give it to. Now,
Yeah, Soul
remember,
Calibur 2.
I love Here Comes the Pain. Here Comes the Pain. I love my old school SmackDown games. They're fun. They are not fighting games. They're wrestling games.
Johnny?
Wrestling is its own genre.
Ugh, they fight. They're fighting. What are you talking about?
No, I refuse.
No, absolutely not.
That's hysterical.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up. This has been episode 16 where we talked about the Game Awards. Probably one of the longer episodes, but we've had a lot of fun talking about the awards, talking about the trailers and everything that was shown off. We talked about conspiracy theories for the awards and how Sony has ruined everything. It's been quite the night.
No. I love Sony, but still.
How could they do
They
this?
made too many movies and shows.
How could they do such a thing? Well, we'll have to find out next time, and we'll see you guys there. Have a good night. Thank you so much for checking out this episode of The Reset Button. If you like the podcast, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever there's a new episode or various clips that we produce. We appreciate all your support.